Hello and welcome to my Accounting 1120 discussion on the topic of financial analysis. Welcome back. I would like to begin this discussion with an overview of financial statement analysis as our goal. I'm going to go back to some of our very first discussions we ever had in accounting, where we talked about how people depend on financial reports and the notes therein to make decisions. We pass financial statement reports to external users, and they use them in decision making, principally, and we can have this discussion now. They analyze them and they think, do I want to invest in the debt of this business? Do I want to become an owner? Do I want to invest in the stock of this business? If I invest in the debt, I want to know that I'll get my principal back, that I'll get my interest payments, and that if it's a bond, maybe the market value of the bond will go up. And if it's stock, I'm hoping that the market value of the stock will go up, that I'll earn dividends, and I might even have a business strategy of significant influence or control that I'm trying to exercise. I can't call the business and ask them questions. What I can do is analyze their financial report. I know that the financial report has been prepared in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles, and I understand that it's been audited, so I should be able to rely on that information. As a CPA, I'm going to stand by that, even though there's been failures. The profession's taking care of the people who brought about those failures, and they no longer exist. A great example to the rest of us. And that those reports also include smaller reports from management where they discuss the results of operations, internal controls, and other things. So I'll read the annual reports as an external user, and hopefully I'll be able to make my financial investment decisions. First of all, let's talk about how the financial statements are used. We've talked about this a lot in the past, but let's bring it forward now. We can use these financial reports to do trend analysis. How's the business doing? On a year-to-year basis, are they getting better and improving, or do they seem to be declining? We can compare them to our major competitors. How does the business we're looking at size up when you look at how their competitors are doing? As well, not as well? Are they a niche? And how about the industry as a whole? Not only our competitors, but all businesses in this sector. Maybe we're after a particular niche. How does our business compare? We're going to learn some techniques that allow us to do these things: trend analysis, comparisons with our major competitors, and the industry as a whole. We're going to learn in this coming Pincast session how to do horizontal analysis, how to do vertical analysis, Those of you that used to watch LTZ's horizontal and vertical mentoring to get the picture to hold still. And ratio analysis. I've been working on ratio analysis for a long time. Let's talk a little bit more about that one. I'm going to copy down the major sections of ratio analysis that your author brings out in the book. These are the categories that your author uses, though all books take slightly different approaches to ratio analysis, and that's because ratio analysis is an art. It's not a precise science. It's just kind of fun. Gives you a little room to move in. We're going to look at ratios that evaluate a business's ability to pay current liabilities as they come due. If you're going to grant them accounts payable rights, it'd certainly be nice to get your money out of it, wouldn't it? We're going to evaluate a business's ability to sell its inventory and to collect on those sales. A really important one, if you're thinking about investing in a business's bonds, is evaluate a business's ability to pay their long-term debt. A really important category also is evaluate their profitability. They're in business to provide some kind of service or to sell some kind of profit. How effectively are they doing that? And finally, how to evaluate the business's stock as a potential investment. So ratio analysis is an art, not a science, and in this chapter we're going to learn to do several things: horizontal analysis, vertical analysis, and ratio analysis. I'm looking forward to you joining me. Talk to you later.